Before I came to Excel, or before I met or heard about Excel, I was pretty much in between jobs. I had just left New Bedford and moved back to my mother's house in Boston, and was still having issues with my drinking, just doing random odd jobs here and there. And then a life-changing situation happened where my oldest stepson got killed, and then I pretty much was really drinking, like a crazy amount. So I went into rehab, and I was in rehab for I was in rehab for about close to a year, dealing with the fact that my oldest stepson got killed, and the amount of drinking I was doing. I felt like I was trying to kill myself in that process of how much I was drinking, and I needed a change. And I also felt like if I wasn't drinking so much at that time, I would have took care of my responsibilities a lot more better and made sure he was in a better and safer environment. At that time, when I was in the program, I was at a halfway house, and to stay at a halfway house, you needed to have a job. And I ended up finding a job that was in their hours between 7 and 3, where I was working at Boston Scientific, and that was like a dead end job, just loading up, throwing boxes on trucks, and doing that every single day. But in the process, I was constantly just trying to figure out what my next step was, and I was planning on either going in construction or like in the union, some type of job. I was actually looking for a career at that time because a lot was going on, a lot of change was happening in my life, and a lot of good was happening. And then just one day I happened to walk in to one of the halfway house, and I seen the flyer on the wall, and I said, "Huh, what's this?" I didn't really know much about it, but I just ripped it, signed up on my phone, and then took the test that you guys have on there, and then was just waiting to see if I was gonna get a call back. And then when I got a call back, and then I went there and learned more about the program and how this field was, I was able to work part-time while doing the program at the same time. I was in a great situation where I was able to talk to my supervisor at Boston Scientific, and he was willing to work with me. He gave me those days off. He didn't fight or argue because he knew I was going for a career and I was going for a career, and I wanted to be a wastewater operator. So he worked with me, and at that time, I had graduated the halfway house, and I was already in a 3/4 house where I just had to be in at a certain time. So everything kind of like clicked in, so I didn't have no issues trying to go where I needed to go and do everything I needed to do. Well, when I first went to the program, like the fact that that program was willing to help us, one, find a job in our field, two, help you financially wise with incentives, stipend, and all that, and like the training that I got, and the field trips, and like the hands-on that you went through daily at that program was something that I liked, and just the staff was great. The program was just so amazing that they knew that you needed to have a driver's license to pretty much work in the field that I'm in, to become a wastewater operator. And the program just helped me out so much. They helped me with driving school. They helped me get my license, period. They helped me with driving school. They reimbursed me after I did pass, and just and also getting my first vehicle, because I lived in the city, so I didn't think I needed a car. But now I ended up moving to Fall River, and they helped me get a vehicle, and it helped me travel back and forth to get to my job. And that was another challenge on its own, that just trying to find a vehicle, and just how much they were dedicated in helping me find a vehicle. There was plenty of times we thought we found the car that wasn't the car, and Dawn was great. Guys were great. Yeah, I was on ZipRecruiter, Indeed, and I was applying for multiple places, and also that the program helped me get in touch with the company Veolia, and I was able to put an application there, and then That was a whole process in its own. Like the onboarding, that one took a lot of time, having to verify who I am and all the stuff, and then also having to do about like 3 to 4 interviews, which was like nerve-wracking, not knowing if I'm doing good on the interview or not, and actually coming in, sitting down and talking to the plant manager, and they're picking my brains and they're figuring out how I had a grade 5 and I didn't do not one day in the field. But I told them I was dedicated, willing to learn, and I was looking for a career, and they gave me a shot. First month when I got to a plant, it was scary, because when I walked in, I didn't know most of the equipments and stuff, and I understood the process, but I didn't see it up close. And then we had a giant packet, like with Violi at the time, there was a 90-day training. And as the weeks went on, I started catching on a lot faster. And a lot of the old timers, or the guys that has been here with a lot of experience, were more than willing to help me, because they knew I was asking all the right questions and I wanted to learn. So yeah, so it was great, but they said I caught on pretty fast, and having that grade 5 helped out a lot. I'll say December 19th will make it 2 years that I've been an operator. And how I feel about this job, it's awesome, it's great. Why I consider it a career is the fact that everybody that worked in this plant been here 20 years. A lot of these guys been here about 20, 30 years plus. And just seeing that, the union's great that I'm in. So it's a lot of job security. And just the experience of learning and doing new things constantly. We're having a problem solve all the time. Because it's not every day that everything worked perfectly. But you have to find a solution and just implementing that. And it's just a constant, like, I love learning. So I'm constantly learning something new. There's not a day I don't come in here and I'm not learning something new. Life before was chaotic. I didn't care much. I wasn't as focused. And I just wanted, like, I didn't really care much. And I just went with the wind. And after I went through the program, after I went to both programs, the rehab program, which helped me out a lot, helped me get perspective in my life and understand what's really important, and just by faith, finding about and hearing about this program, hearing about Excel, just changed my life completely. I got a job that I actually love. I like coming into work every day. I don't get up mad saying, oh man, I gotta come into work today. No. I have a lot of good days working here, working in this plant and in this field. Then there are bad days, and it's just, I love what I do. It's just simple. I found the job that I didn't even think I would be interested in, and just learning about it, and then just realizing how amazing of a job it is, and I just love what I do. It's the easiest way, and everything's just got. I wake up with a sense of purpose now. Before I felt lost. Now I have a sense of purpose, and I feel like I'm doing good for the community and the environment.